I just got through reading all kinds of internet discourse surrounding Sting's supposed final match against the Young Bucks, and hardly anyone is saying anything positive about this, and I think that that is insane. Act like the Young Bucks can't give Sting a final match that is befitting of his legend is ignoring the fact that the Young Bucks have been putting on amazing matches for like the last, 10 years easily. Go back, watch the Young Bucks in Ring of Honor. Go back, watch the Young Bucks in New Japan. Watch the Young Bucks back in 2019 in AEW. Hell, just go back and watch the last Young Bucks match. And also understand that nobody in this match doesn't want this match to happen. I assume that Tony Khan, who has been nothing but amazing with Sting, gave him his pick of whoever he wanted to be with in his final match. And I'm assuming that he picked the Young Bucks, or it was suggested and that's what he went with. I don't think anyone in this match is upset. The only people who are upset about this match are people who aren't in this match, because everybody wants to have their last match with Sting. Hell, I want to be a part of Sting's last match. You want to be a part of Sting's last match, but only a few people can, and it just might very well be the Young Bucks. And guess what, guys? It's not like Sting's going to do this match and the goal of this match is going to be to put over the Young Bucks. I would almost guarantee you that the whole point of all this business with the Young Bucks is going to be to put over Darby Allin. It is going to be a tag match with Sting and Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks. That's if this thing is even happening, because ain't nobody said anything about it. The Young Bucks came out. They got a brand new look. I think they look great, by the way. I like the original 2019 Young Bucks look, very Rockers inspired. I thought that was awesome. That triggered my nostalgia. I didn't like the shift that they made into like the kind of, I don't know, sneaker culture, which is very true to them. So I'm like not mad at them for doing that. I think it's awesome that they represented themselves that way. But I like this look. I mean, yeah, you can tell I like to dress nice. So I like to see these guys dress nice. I think it looks cool. What was I talking about? I was talking about Darby Allin. I was telling you that the whole goal of this whole thing is going to be to put Darby Allin over, okay? That's going to be the whole bit. It's going to be a tag match. If this is a match at all, it probably is. I think it's great. Guys, it's all elite wrestling. These are the elite. They started the damn organization up, all right? So, yeah, it's all elite wrestling. At the end of the day, you know, the Young Bucks are going to be the one in the final match with Sting, potentially. And I think that's a great thing, because who else are you going to get to put Darby Allin over? That's what the old guys, like Sting is an old guy, right? I mean, like an old wrestler. He comes from the old school. I assume that on his way out, he wants to put over a younger guy. Who does he want to put over? Darby Allin. How do you put Darby Allin over? A one-on-one match versus Sting and Darby Allin. Dude, I said this a while ago. I don't want to see a one-on-one match versus Sting and Darby Allin beat Sting and like put him out to pasture. That's really not what we've been doing with Sting since he came into AEW. He's been an unstoppable force. He's like undefeated, and maybe he can just go out that way. Maybe we don't need to bury Sting, 6 feet in the ground on the way out. Maybe he can go out on a victory. Darby would get the victory, right? And I think that would be a phenomenal way to end the show, to end Sting's legacy in AEW, have him go on a win with Darby Allin, putting Darby Allin over. And what better way to put Darby Allin over than a win on the Young Bucks, who are, no matter what you think, highly regarded in AEW. And I hope some of you out there are with me on this. I hope not everybody who watches my channel hates the Young Bucks. I know, like, if I bring up that I like Kenny Omega, literally people turn my videos off, and that's crazy. It's all elite wrestling, dude. They started this up. So everything that happens in AEW, at the end of the day, you got to thank Kenny Omega. You got to thank the Young Bucks. And I know people hate to think about that, but those are just the facts. All right. The rest of this video is going to be my opinions on the Dynamite homecoming that happened at Daly's Place. I hope you enjoy that. If you like these kind of videos, let me know down in the comments below, and we'll get into those reactions right after this.
I've been telling people on this channel to subscribe, and they won't.
Yes?
What can we do about that? Can you help me out? Maybe if you tell them to subscribe, they'll do it.
Threaten them. I'll threaten them for you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. You don't have to do it or you're cursed. Yes, also bonus, sign up for Danhausen's Whatnot. You get a bunch of wonderful, exclusive Danhausen merchandise for auctions or buy it now sometimes. Whatnot.com/lovethatdanhausen. Give me money.
It's Dynamite Homecoming from Jacksonville, Florida at Daly's Place. And the first thing that hits me when I start watching this is the set. The set is so cool. Like the fans are like right in the big screens. Like I just want to see a pay-per-view here. It is such an interesting way that they have set the set up. And it's so cool to see AEW back in Jacksonville, Florida. If you watched a lot of AEW in 2020 like I did, it's just going to bring all kinds of nostalgia back. So many moments happened at Daly's Place. It's like the venue most connected to AEW in history. So I really want to see him bring a pay-per-view here and do this kind of set with like the fans right there in the big screens. It's just a really, really cool setup. If you haven't seen this, like go check it out. I love it when Dynamite starts with just like an amazing banger of a match, and that's what this was. Hangman Adam Page versus Claudio was phenomenal, and I loved how they used the space at Daly's Place. They got up on the stage, and they got up on the old stage, which is now where like the audience is sitting. Hangman did a moonsault off of that, beautiful, and the ending with the double buckshot lariat. I don't think I've ever seen Hangman do a double buckshot lariat, and that was a great finish. Really had me, I had no idea where this match would go. I didn't know whether Claudio would take this or whether Hangman would take this. Maybe slightly more towards Hangman, just from audience reaction, which was cool to see as well. Everyone in Florida got the memo. Hangman's a face now. Claudio is a heel. Some places don't get this. Hangman doesn't work in every state, but he works in Florida. And then, yeah, some places just, they love Claudio no matter how nasty he's being. But here, the roles were well defined. Great work from both guys. They got all their shit in. Wow, great match. I love it. I so much prefer Dynamite when it starts with just a really solid bell-to-bell banger of a match than when they start with some kind of long-winded promo. Even when it's from a guy that I like or from a couple of people that I like, I just prefer it to start, boom, in your face. This is wrestling. This isn't sports entertainment. I know the line is blurred or whatever. It's not really like that, but it just kind of, it sets a good tone when it's a good match. And this is a great Dynamite, great opener. Awesome. Can't say enough good things about this. Two solid workers. I have a newfound appreciation for Hangman. I've been going back and watching the old Ring of Honor tape library through Honor Club. I'm watching a lot of Hangman Adam Page matches through the years, and he's phenomenal. I don't think he gets anywhere near the respect that he deserves for the amount of dues that he's paid in the industry. Just because he did it, with Ring of Honor, which people really didn't have their eyes on. This guy is phenomenal, and this match proves it. We got the first of a couple of interesting 8-person matches during this episode of Dynamite. Interesting for the fact that Preston Vance and Anna Jay are like on the face side. Typically heels, but they explain it away. And I like how AEW does this. Sometimes they just don't care. Sometimes it just like, hey, we're doing this tonight, and it doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. It's like, this is a good match. This is a show we want to put on. And I like that. Some people criticize them for that, and they're like, this doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, guys, it's wrestling. Like, literally, people are spraying demon mist into people's eyes, and it's turning them evil, and sometimes people get buried in coffins. It doesn't have to make sense all the time, and sometimes things can be nice. And this is nice. It's a tribute to Brody Lee, and it's really cool to see Preston Vance do this. It's a cool, fun match. They're clearly having a good time with it. There's not a whole lot of storytelling taking place. There's not much to comment on here other than the fact that the cameraman got none of that discus lariat at the end, which is a damn shame for Preston Vance. Who really, it's also weird, little side note, did he just come out in Andrade's coat? Did Andrade gift Preston Vance a coat on his way out, or when did that happen? I don't know. Anyways, it's a really cool tribute. I'm actually really looking forward to the women's match with Julia Hart, who's going to be like teamed up with like the Outcast, which I've never seen before. So that's actually more interesting to me. I don't really have much to say about it, but I just wanted to say Bang Bang Scissor Gang. It seems fun. I hope it happens. Samoa Joe promo spot. Man, I am glad the show did not open with this. This was all over the place. And the Joe part was great. Look, Joe coming out and saying that we're going to change the way that you can challenge for the championship. You ain't got to come out here and cry in the microphone. You ain't got to make your hoe-ass comments on social media. I thought that was fantastic, and I love how much the crowd is just ready to accept Samoa Joe as your grand heel champion. I think that's awesome. I think it's kind of known, MJF is injured. As much heat as he had on him, as much as he was over, everyone knew it was time for him to take a step away, and everyone acknowledges that it's time to give Samoa Joe his due. So I think that's cool. He seems to be well received as a champion. We see the new belt here with the side plates. All I can think is those look very easy to change, and we get Swerve to come out. Swerve challenges for the belt. Then Hangman comes out, proceeds to cry on the microphone. I'm like, didn't Samoa Joe just tell you that you didn't need to cry on the microphone, dude? Just submit your papers to the championship committee and you can get a title shot, and then you can get your ass beat in front of everyone that's ever cheered for you. I did really like the way that everything started here. It just kind of degraded down. And then we got the hook symbol. Thought the hook symbol was cool. I think we could have done without Swerve and Hangman. It felt like that was too much. This promo, I can't believe it. It's an overbooked promo. I didn't know that was a thing. It's a thing. So Hook comes out. He doesn't say anything. Thankfully, he doesn't cry in the microphone and waste our time. He's 1 week. He's going to get his title shot. There's no way that Hook is going to win, but I'm excited for the match. I want to see Hook versus Samoa Joe. So no, I don't care who has earned it or whatever. I think it's time for Hook to get a really big, high-profile match. He's going to take a loss against Samoa Joe. That's okay. A lot of people are going to take losses to Samoa Joe. I want to see that match. Sammy Guevara and Ricky Starks have a match. It ends in a inside cradle. Cool. Okay, I guess they saved everything for after the match. Jericho comes out and Judas plays and everyone starts beating each other up because they're setting up this big match against Big Bill and Ricky Starks versus Jericho and Sammy Guevara. And I don't know, man. Maybe this is Jericho's strategy, right? Because he knows as long as Judas is playing, no one's going to boo him. No one's going to talk about allegations or NDAs. You just keep Judas playing, man. Just never turn it off, and then no one will ever talk about that stuff you don't want him to talk about. I mean, I like it. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. He realized at the pay-per-view, when the song was playing, everybody loved him. As soon as the song stopped, everybody started booing. So just keep the song playing. For the rest of your career, just keep playing Judas whenever you appear on the screen, and everything will be okay. The 8-woman tag match was absolutely fire. I thought it was way better than the men's 8-man tag match. The spots were better. The action was faster. It had better moments. All the characters are more colorful. I think it really shows how much potential there is in the AEW female roster. And I'm so excited for what they do with it in 2024. I think this is really going to be the year. And I feel like I say this every year, but I really hope it's true this year. I really hope this is the year where the females in AEW take the stage. I want to see them headline pay-per-views. I want to see big things for them because they're so much more interesting in general than what's going on with the men, especially right now with so many injuries. So I think it's really the time to focus on the women. I really like the showdown that happened here between Julia Hart and Anna Jay. I think that's a really cool rival situation we have there. Anna Jay ends up taking the win with the Queen Slayer. It's a Brody Lee tribute. It's a feel-good time. This match was way more fun than the men's match. Everybody just seemed to be having a better time. The teams were more cohesive. Everything kind of made more sense. I like face Anna Jay. We should just stay here. I don't know about Preston Vance. if he's better as a face or better as a heel. Anna Jay, I definitely like her as a face. I think they should just go with that. She's just likable. The heel thing was interesting. It's an interesting experiment. It came on with like the Jericho Appreciation Society. I don't think it ever really took hold. I don't think she's had any major success with that, but I think that everybody likes her, so let's go with it. I'm for face Anna Jay in 2024 and women in AEW in 2024. What a great match. Let's see more of them. And Roderick Strong has what amounts up to be like almost a squash match against BK here. I don't know, man. I miss ridiculous Roderick Strong coming down to the ring in a wheelchair, having fun, being an idiot. It's like Undisputed is like just so boring. It's such lead up to such mediocre. I don't know. I hope we're gonna see better out of them as the year progresses. There's not much for them to do on this show, so maybe this is unfair. We'll see what they do next week. Friends are really cool guys. No, really. No, stop booing them. They're like super cool. No, Roderick Strong, he's a living legend. No, you're going to love him. Just like give him a chance. The Kingdom, nah, man, like they're amazing. They're the Ring of Honor tag champions. They beat up MJF on his own and took it. So like they're cool. And honestly, this promo did nothing. I would have much rather have had the time during the Brian Keith match to show me why Roderick Strong is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Hell, let's shoehorn in a Kingdom tag match in here and let them defend those titles. Where are they going to defend those titles at? Are the Ring of Honor tag titles ever going to be defended on Ring of Honor TV? Like, why are you taking all the belts away from the Ring of Honor TV show? Are you aware that you film a Ring of Honor TV show every week? Is the only person that's ever going to do any work on there Athena? Like, that whole show is just like Athena's show, which is great. She's doing a good job with it. But, like, I don't know, man. I guess we got to give Adam Cole something to do while his leg is no good. Sucks. But I don't see why you got to take it out on us. Is Wardlow actually the most over guy in the whole stable? Like, what's up with that? I mean, it's good that we got somebody talking for Wardlow right now. He's never been that strong on the mic, and I want to see him do really well. I want to see him get good on the mic. You know, the guy ain't going to get good on the mic unless you hand him the mic, though. It's not like he's just going to, like, magically figure it out. Like, somebody's got to help him out. Like, let's give him a shot. Let's let him talk. Let's let him talk a little bit. What a fun way to end the show. I really enjoyed this match. It was really just setting up two big spots. So Darby Allin climbed up to like the top of the set, the rails, I don't know, and did like a coffin drop and barely was caught. So he hit mostly floor. That was nuts. And then they set up these two big tables that they had all painted up to look like Sting and Darby. And then Sting did a scorpion death drop on Hobbs right through those tables off like the concrete stage. Crazy stuff. They were brawling in the stands. I mean, you know the people there really enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. It was nuts. And yeah. Great Dynamite, great return to Daly's Place. Really enjoyed it. Let me know if you enjoyed this style of review. I'm thinking about doing this every week because this was pretty fun. So let me know if you had fun with it. Let me know what you thought about the show down in the comments below. And Grave Diggers, keep digging.
Stop what you're doing, baby, and follow Mr. Hargrave from parts unknown, if you will, baby.
I've seen the demon's face.
Mark joined one half of private party, say what up to the Grave Diggers, and keep doing your thing.
On my knees in praise of the horrible things that took her away.
Watch another video or be cursed.